So I was working in the branch of the Department of Health and Ageing, in the mental health branch before the Mental Health Council was established, and we were working on the National Mental Health Strategy, the Reform and Incentive agenda, and Grace was working in Queensland, firstly with the Division of General Practice in Logan and then with the Queensland Division of General Practice.
I was the CEO who came in after Grace Groom, and I was incredibly fortuitous.
Grace and I were a tag team and went around talking to states and territories, a range of professions, psychiatrists, allied health, social workers in mental health, and from there the National Mental Health, Primary Mental Health Initiative was established.
Grace, in her parting gift, was to literally hand over to me 1,400 presentations, 330 submissions, hundreds of pages, thousands of pages of material that had been collected through 2004, which would become this report, a 1,004-page report, not for service, experiences of injustice and despair in mental health care in Australia.
Grace went on to work with the National Divisions of General Practice with that Primary Mental Health Initiative, and she was also instrumental in being part of the Better Outcomes working group that I was on. Better Outcomes led to a funded initiative under the medical benefits schedule where people could be supported to see a GP and be referred to a psychologist for up to 6 and then a further 6 sessions. That's like a huge policy development and initiative that's happened in Australia in mental health in the last 25 years that wasn't considered essential or even important prior to that.
It was Grace, Sev Osdowski, Ian Hickey, Keith Wilson, who had the vision to go out, run over 20 community forums around the country, gather that lived experience, the direct lived experience, powerfully, and it was my job to make sure that the MHCA delivered a report that was a game changer.
We really pushed government to do a review, a comprehensive review of mental health services through the Commission, obviously, but we really got the sector with a pretty common voice. So it was unambiguous to government about what needed to be done and the way that needed to be done.
The main memories that I have, and some very happy memories that I have, revolve around the advocacy days that we conducted at Parliament House. We had, importantly, consumers and carers. We had various clinical practitioners from across the sector, and we had various advocacy groups all coming together on a single day to prosecute our case to the Parliament. And on the Parliament side, we would have representatives from all sides of the Parliament, all political parties, very senior representation from the Prime Minister of the day. And so I think those days for me were, perhaps a sort of crystallisation of what Mental Health Australia was all about and remains about.
The second thing I'm most proud of is that we changed the perception of mental illness as something you can't recover from. Us plus the Commission, I think we should all be really proud of that, because I think up until those really big campaigns that we did in line with the Commission and other mental health advocates, there was a view in public policymakers' mind, probably in many clinical elements, that this was something you treated but you can't recover from. And I think, us kind of really advocating that you can recover and that people can live contributing lives.
I think one of the things that was most rewarding about working at Mental Health Council of Australia and then Mental Health Australia was the work with mental health consumers and carers and embedding them into everything that the organisation did, from its board and governance through to advisory groups around all of the projects and programs that the organisation did. And that's probably the thing that I'm most proud of.